Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm showcasing Snapshot 18W43B for Minecraft, which showcases several new blocks and mechanics such as bamboo, which can be used to create efficient farms, which can also be bone mealed between 1 and 2, so a random chance to grow. And these can also be, you can walk through them because they're not full blocks, and they can also be farmed similarly to sugarcane or kelp farms. So you can hook up observers to these and create efficient farm and also use them as fuel if you really wanted to. To use them as fuel, they use 4 bamboo per item smelted, so they're not that efficient. But if you wanted to create something like that, there is always the option. Moving on, we go to the book and quill, which they edited recently to allow editing more easily. So if I were to type some text here, you can select a lot of the text. You can even Control A if you're on Windows or Command A if you're on Mac. You can even copy the text and paste it several times if you need to. They also changed the max size of a book to 100 pages. So that's helpful for map creators if they want to write longer books now. Now they also added crossbows to this version. So there's 3 new enchantments added to the game for the crossbows. You've got multi-shot, which allows you to split your arrow into 3 arrows. So one will shoot directly ahead of you, while the other 2 will shoot directly to the sides. Next, you've got piercing. It goes all the way from level 1 to level 4. Piercing will allow the arrows to travel through mobs, hitting more than 1 per target. So the number of mobs that it's able to hit per target is equal to the level of the enchantment plus 1. So if you have piercing 4, you are able to hit 5 mobs at a time. And the last enchantment they added is quick charge. So this goes all the way up to level 3. So each level of quick charge you have will allow you to decrease the time it takes to charge your bow by 0.25 seconds. So the way you charge it is you hold right click back similarly to a bow, and then you release, and then it's charged. And then to fire it, you just simply right click and it instantly fires. So that's a pretty cool mechanic added to the game. Very, very unique, similar to the bow, but with enchantments, it can definitely be a useful feature. Next up, we've got the new blocks that they added to the game. So you've got the smooth stone, only now you've got slab forms and even stair forms. Granite, so granite, polished granite, diorite, polished diorite, andesite, and so on and so forth. So as you can see, they've added several new walls, slabs, and stairs to the game. So that's awesome for builders if you want to incorporate slabs to add detail or just anything you really need to. Next up, the furnaces. So to get smooth stone, you are now able to put stone into a furnace and let it smelt, and you will see that the result is going to be smooth stone, which is pretty cool because before you weren't able to smelt it. So same on with the sandstone, the red sandstone, and even the block of quartz. So as you can see, in just a moment, we got smooth sandstone, smooth red sandstone, and smooth quartz. So that is awesome if you want to create the new block types. And also, while I'm on the topic, they also changed the game menu. So as you can see now, you've got give feedback, report bugs, and options similar as before. So if we click give feedback, it's going to take you to the snapshot feedback link, which is awesome. And you can even report bugs, which would take you to the snapshot bugs. So that's pretty cool. Much easier to report bugs than before. So hopefully more of those get fixed in the future. So next up, you've got the different sign types. So you've got oak signs, birch signs, spruce signs, jungle signs, acacia signs, and dark oak for every wood there is. So if we go to the craftable, as you can see, 6 spruce is able to create the spruce signs, 6 dark oak is able to create the dark oak signs, etc. So that is awesome, and these are what the signs look like now. So as you can see, the default text is white instead of black. So that's different, much more vibrant. hopefully in the future you are able to actually add signs to the text in vanilla instead of having to go through using the component API or doing it through a server. Now another thing to note is that they changed the brick walls. So this is the new recipe for them now. Give me just a second. Alright, my mistake on that. Instead of brick walls, it is actually the nether brick walls. So as you can see, you can put 4, similar to a fence recipe, and you are now able to create the nether brick fences. So that is a pretty cool addition to the game. So similar to any of the other wood fences, now you've got the nether brick fence crafting recipe. Alright, so in addition to all the new blocks and sign types that they added, they also changed dice a little bit. So they separated bone meal out, and as well as lapis lazuli, and put them into their own dies. So as you can see, whenever we type dies, we've got the blue dye, white dye, and black dye. So they're separated now, they've got their own texture, and they're renamed to make them more simplified. So in addition to the new dyes that they added, they also added the Wither Rose, which is a new flower that you can create in your world, which, as you can see, emits particles, and as you get near it, as the name suggests, you get wither for several seconds. So definitely something you don't want to mess with, but if you want to try and prank your friends with this, it definitely would be a pretty clever way to do it. Alright, so the new way that the new Snapshot allows you to create banners is through this loom. So they removed all crafting recipes of the previous banner, and this is the new block that you would use to do so. So you would just place the banner here, and you would place the dye as well as the designs you'd like. So it's much more simple. You can still only apply 6 max patterns to the banner, and it only requires 1 dye at a time instead of 8, depending on what you want to do. So you can no longer use the crafting table, but this will be your new tool to create banner patterns in the future. So something new that you might have already recognized, in 1.14 they've introduced the new textures that they've been releasing over the last few months. So instead of having a separate resource pack, you've already got them all in 1.14. So as you can see, the new glowstone, you can see all the different new block types within this version, which is awesome, so you don't have to download it from Reddit or try and find a resource pack that already has it. It's already built in, and everything looks beautiful in this version. So another item that they added to 18W43A is the suspicious stew. So these can be found in treasure chests or even be craftable. So the changelog states that whoever has the stew will be imbued with a unknown effect for several seconds. I haven't had to get this to work myself. Every time I eat it, it just fills my hunger bar. But I assume they will add something like that in the near future. So another cool feature in the Snapshot is now you can search tags in the creative menu. So basically you're going to start them with a hashtag. And for example, you can see underneath building blocks as it shows hashtag Minecraft : planks. So if I were to search that, or it would just be planks, then it would show me all of the planks that are in the game. So if I were to do wooden slabs, then all of these would come up, which is very cool in finding all the different types of slabs, different types of stairs. A very useful feature for map makers or anybody in general that would need to use this. Now for map makers in general, they added a new schedule command that is able to create functions, and you're going to be able to name the function and use time intervals. So as well, you can do time set, and instead of just day, midnight, night, or noon, you are now able to add different time intervals: T for ticks, S for seconds, and D for days. So let's say we wanted to set it to the very beginning of the day, we would use 0D. As you can see, the time changed and the sun is over there. So if we did 0.5D, this would be the same as noon. But you can also do 0.25D, and you can change the intervals that way. which is very awesome for map makers, for scheduling in general, and you can do ticks and seconds. So that is now really cool. So as you can see on the Minecraft website, you've got different damage source predicates now. So now you have the option to check is lightning, to check if the damage source is from that, and now it also accepts flags for the entity predicate. So you can check is on fire, is sneaking, is sprinting, is swimming, and is baby. Which these features are extremely useful for map makers. So hopefully anyone who creates 1.14 builds or even snapshot maps is able to take advantage of this feature in the future. So 2 new mobs that they also added to the snapshot are the Illager beast and the Pillager. So I will spawn these down so you guys can see them. They look like these. As you can see, the Pillager holds a crossbow, and they are basically intended to kill villagers and take over villages. So if I spawn a villager right here, they will basically take him out in a matter of hits. So if I spawn a group of them, they're going to kill him quite quickly. So if I spawn some more of these guys, some of them even have the chance to spawn with enchanted crossbows. So, definitely a very cool part of the snapshot. And they will also even attack players. So if I come over here and go into survival, they will deal a major amount of damage, like 6 hearts at a time. And they are quite fast. So if you do not outrun them, you will die. Alright, that's it for the snapshot 18W43B. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys do have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments down below. And have an awesome day.